ceremony. Before we begin this joyous ceremony, let us remind you to please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices and be courteous to those around you by refraining from talking during the ceremony. During the presentation of graduates, we encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering, but please do not use any horns as they are expressly prohibited. Please enjoy the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you Bell High School's administration, counseling staff, and honored guests. Mr. Frank Vasquez, Principal. Mr. Ralph Jensen, Assistant Principal. Mr. Willis Rogers, Assistant Principal. Ms. Cheryl Gonzalez, Assistant Principal. Dr. Gina Williams, Assistant Principal. Mr. Salvador Torres, Assistant Principal. Miss Virginia Torres Reen, Assistant Principal. Your counselors for Bell High School are Tom Albertson, Miriam Carmona, Omar Linares, Juan Gomez, Frank Marquez III, Diana Maruquin, Pilar Esterbrook, Sandra Robles, Kathy Segura, Richard Corolla, Bob Villagran, Assemblyman Ricardo Lara. Excuse me, this is Mr. Ale Saleh, Mayor of Bell. Assembly Member Mr. Ricardo Lara. Frank Curole. Mr. Juan Romo. Mr. Bennett Kaiser, Board Member. Dr. Rebecca Gutierrez Kingston. Senior Class Presidents. Lorena Sandoval, valedictorian. Stephanie C-Track Senior Class President. Betty Rodriguez, C-Track Class President. Ladies and gentlemen, the candidates of the class of 2012.
Avelino Benitez. Francisco Benitez.
Cynthia Campos.
Christopher Bracamontes.
Stefania Veleos.
Rafael Gallegos.
Mirna Jaime.
Giovanni Garcia.
Denise Del Villar.
Laura Osorio.
Angelica Segura.
Giovanni Vasquez.
Stacy Lopez. Jessica Del Villar. Alex Moran Urista. Elizabeth Martinez.
Montserrat Arechiga.
Billy Sanchez.
Jocelyn Alvarado.
Rocio Sanchez.
Daisy Lorraine Perseño.
Marco Gomez.
Priscilla Herrera.
John Paul Garcia.
Myra Yoselin Villa.
Jose Luis Real.
Jocelyn Noemi Correa.
Danny Jaramillo.
Brandon Garcia.
Yasmin Rodriguez.
Antonio Madrigal.
Yasmin Cruz.
Christian J. Lujano. Carlos Javier Martinez.
Melissa Hernandez.
Andy Daniel Contreras.
Heather Canada Martinez.
Isra Homa.
Sarah Beth Suarez.
Sabrine Farouk Zuberi.
Evelyn Costello.
Ruma Farhat.
Dacia Martinez.
Mayrel Waleska Payan,
Peter Sanchez.
Diana Delgadillo,
Humberto Sanchez.
Alejandra Lopez,
Gerardo Calderón,
Stephanie Pleites,
David Cruz,
Jason Lopez,
Brandon de la Fuente,
Tanya Cruz,
Esteban Alvarado,
Angel Grimaldi,
Keith Blackstone,
Brandy Diaz,
Alejandro Celis,
Yasmin Cervantes Avila,
Aimé Ayala,
Kayla Natalie Chinchilla,
Jasmine Casesus,
Ilio Vargas,
Brenda Barcenas,
Christina Amparo Nilo,
David Delgadillo,
Rihanna Ruth Martinez,
Steve Alvarado,
Marlene Acevedo Manso,
Alexis Cruz,
Jasmine Martir,
Rachel Diaz,
Jesse Raymond Felix,
José de Santos,
Diego Orozco,
Diana Andrade,
Brian Gaxiola Lopez,
Miguel Ábalos,
Ailey Valenzuela,
Mario Cid,
Yamaleth Gonzalez,
Kaylee Cruz,
Kimberly Teresa Humana,
Tania Castro,
Jocelyn Ortiz,
Salvador Barroso,
Heidi Marmolejo,
Edwin Domínguez,
Stephanie Guzman,
José Dueñas,
Isaías Israel Guzman,
Carla Paola Escamilla,
Gloria Juarez,
Kathleen Escobar,
Rachel Cruz,
Luis Huidrón,
Sandy Maciel,
George Fernandez,
Nancy Soto,
Veronica Gomez,
Lourdes Fausto,
Diana Hernandez,
Raquel Figueroa,
Nancy Esquivel,
Selene Gomez,
Genesis González,
Teresita Mata,
Mónica Garcia,
Maricruz Rodriguez,
Ashley Castelo,
Angel Cisneros,
Norma Estrada,
Eric Navarrete,
Itzel Dorantes,
Emilio Colindres,
Eric González,
Valerie Beltrán,
Eddie Gutierrez,
Kenia Cereceres,
Kimberly Garibay,
Antonio Doroteo,
Jasmine Hernandez,
Christian Bolaños,
Hector Franco,
Rubí Beaver,
Kevin González,
Omar Bolaños,
Jennifer Lopez,
Nelson Arriaza,
Paul Mocino,
Tony Cruz,
Daniel McTagg,
Daniel Arizón,
Vanessa Lizárraga,
Juan Manuel Arteaga,
Jennifer Nájera,
Rafael Estrada,
Siham Hussein,
Anthony Figueroa,
Liliana Marquez,
Cristo Echeverría,
Heather Marshall,
Sandy Aragón,
Leticia López,
Heidi Cervantes,
Ibram Medina,
Anabel Andrés,
José Navarro,
Luis Aguas,
Luis Larránaga,
Christian Elías,
Natalia López,
Osvaldo Cifuentes,
Tania Hernández,
José Escobar,
Diego Lozano,
Margarita Delgado,
Angel Melchor,
Osnayer del Toro,
Luis Jiménez Cervantes,
Daisy Herrera,
Noemi Moreno,
Rudy Fuñez,
Ricardo Organes,
Andrea García,
Jacqueline Ponce,
Kimberly Hernández,
Paulina Rentería,
Margarita López,
CJ Sarveda,
Tania Lazos,
Jorge Valencia,
Christopher Harris,
Ricardo Rodríguez,
Edwin Izazaga,
Gabriela Villanueva,
Luis Salvador Hernández,
Carlos Ruano,
Abel Franco,
Jasmine Ríos,
Rolando Hernández,
Christopher Urbina,
Israel Loesa,
Marvin Rees,
Alejandro Flores,
Elsie Soto,
Kenia Huerta,
Luis Carlos Ponce,
Adela Gutiérrez,
Glenda Rivas,
Roberto Flores,
Iván Robles Gutiérrez,
Erika García,
Ramiro Sonco Collado,
Joyce Maya,
Carlos Perez,
Sara Hernández,
Luis Ricardo Quijas,
Melissa Madrigal,
Esteban Rosales,
Giselle Hernández,
Armando Villanueva,
Diana López,
José Luis Rubio Jr.,
Halima Marachi,
Eric Ramos,
Alejandra Flores,
Christian Padilla,
Guadalupe Flores,
William Patiño,
Ashley Scott,
Sergio Rosa,
Hugo Ramírez,
Hussein Shaheen,
Miguel Salcido,
Scott Enrique Aguilar,
Miguel Martín Ríos,
Chris Flores,
Sandra Raquel Padilla,
Dwayne Áviles,
Yuridiana Rojas,
Melissa Castillo,
Josué Reyes,
Luis Antonio Calles,
Tania Parra,
Byron Bear Barahona,
Fátima Polina,
Carlos Miguel Abonza,
Michelle Ríos,
André Barreras,
José Luis Ramos,
Mario Alberto Carvajal,
Ivette Murillo,
Jocelyn Cárdenas,
Stephanie Ramírez,
Natalia Jasmine Esparza,
Adriana Soria,
Rosa Angélica Castro,
Stephanie Silaúa,
Jasmine Ávila,
Peter Quirarte,
Fabiola Escamilla,
Yoli Mesa,
Luis Fernando Bautista,
Daniela Mozo,
Carla Catherine Cruz,
Jonathan Nuno,
Pedro Antonio Enriquez,
Jesus Antonio Salas,
Henry Chacón,
Alexander Rizzo,
Mesa Shaheen,
Evelyn Pompa,
Jessica Jasmine Belton,
Marisol Rosales Madero,
Natalie Bernal,
Susan Vázquez Gutiérrez,
Debbie Esparza,
Talia Angel,
Janet Figueroa,
Jessica Villa,
Amy Diaz,
Natalie Suárez,
Jasmine Tanya Gonzalez,
Davis Zarate,
Eliana Gonzalez,
Gabriel Vázquez,
Paola Leticia Franco,
Brian Vargas,
Jeffrey Allen Gonzalez,
Marlene Vega,
Jocelyn Janet Gonzalez,
Vanessa Beliz,
Viridiana Hernández,
Jasmine Victoria,
Carolina González,
José Ángel Armenta,
Vanessa Gutiérrez,
Valeria Arbizu,
Evelyn Janet López,
Carolina Briones,
Moisés Gómez,
Alicia Guadalupe Alanis,
Melissa López,
Rosa Alejandra Carrillo,
Michelle Frausto,
Itzel Cruz Rodríguez,
Jorge González,
Jackson Bonilla,
Rosa María Loera,
Oscar Daniel Aguayo,
Isel Leiva,
Héctor Manuel Aramburo,
Rudolfo González Jr.,
Jamie Angel,
Navidad Flores,
Liliana Casas Celaya,
Mark Anthony Gallegos,
Stephanie Marie Andrade,
Christopher Gómez,
Celine Acevedo Manso,
Gustavo Macías,
Branda Alemilla,
Adrian Eduardo López,
Alejandra Gabriela Ceballos Cueva,
Samuel López Jr.,
Claudia Corona,
Luis Antonio Maldonado,
Leonardo Andrés,
Cecilia Yamilet Majano,
Darsha Kumar Bhakta,
Jennifer Yamilet Rivas,
Stephanie Iglesias,
Janelli Magallón,
Nayeli Janet Garcia,
Jessica Reyes,
Erica Herrera,
Rosa Rivas Saldivar,
Vanessa de Santiago,
Juan José Medrano,
Cynthia González,
Miguel Lorenzo Ramos,
Beatriz Flores,
Elba Ramírez,
Coraima Don Agustín,
Crystal Ortiz,
Giovanni Ibarra,
Karina Jenny Morán,
Marisol Flores,
Anthony Pineda,
Henry Jacobo,
Alberto Núñez,
Eduardo Flores,
Sara Medina,
William Gonzalez,
Ricardo McDowell,
Jessica Nayeli Flores,
Keith Lauro Moreno,
Jesús Jiménez Lozano,
Leila Matar,
Marisol Verónica González,
Zainab Saleh,
Alejandro Gómez,
Oscar Edgar Siller,
Edward Díaz,
Darlene Ruiz,
Stephanie Garcia,
Ángel Manuel Sandoval,
Jacqueline Claire Jiménez,
Eunice Sendejas,
Leslie Guadalupe Garcia,
Manuel Ruiz Jr.,
Kimberly Monreal Soto,
Stephanie Sandoval,
Eugenia Elizabeth Marroquín,
Brandy Danny Telles,
Ernesto Ontiveros,
Sochi Rugama Carmendia,
Arnold Palacios,
Mark Centeno,
Giovanni Aguilar,
Judith Segura,
Gabriela Morán,
Jorge Ruiz González,
Brianna Magaña,
Alex Rosas,
Joana Mozo,
Christian S. Sánchez,
Andrés Navarro, Eduardo Alejandro Navarro,
Hassan Hussein Saleh,
Javier Limas,
Gilberto Jesús Soberanes,
James Payaya,
Giovanni Tagara,
Miguel Ernesto López,
Lidia Roxana Yax,
Adrian Alfredo Morales,
Alberto Silva,
Roger Mercado,
Michael Anthony Tapia,
Claudia López Pinedo,
Hussein Ali Farahad,
Gabriela Muñiz,
Mohamed Hijazi,
Janet Lisette Madriles,
Elba Nereida Channon,
Brian Lopez,
Ángel Alejandro Aguilera,
Ronald Monteagudo,
Eduardo Castillo,
Jonathan Rogel,
Rey Carlos,
Ernie Salgado,
Rebecca Gomez,
Diana Sánchez Sedano,
Karina Ávila,
Lorena Rodarte,
Shante Chanelli Barrias,
Richard Luis Ragudo III,
Crystal Calderon,
Mario Gilberto Robles,
Rosie Estrada,
Crystal Saravia,
Antonio Baltazar,
Jonathan Esaúl Yepes,
Gloria Osuri Cruz,
Mario Héctor Torres,
Elba Arismar Flores,
Mónica Isabel Santiago,
Jennifer Gonzalez,
María José Ramírez,
Ángel García,
Janet Yadira Sánchez,
Pedro Flores Jr.,
Yasmin Villar,
Christopher Garcia,
Carla Yasmin Tinoco, Espinosa,
Juan Pedro Arroyo,
Anayeli Rodríguez,
Pedro Alcázar Pacheco,
Azucena Ambriz,
Fernando Enrique Hernandez,
Nairobi Aguilar,
Daniel Ernesto Lopez,
Jocelyn Idalia Argueta,
Joshua Lemas Perez,
Yesenia Esmeralda Arevalo,
Moises Lopez,
Diana Delgado,
Yasandra Martinez,
Marlene Barbosa,
Javier Lopez,
John Dueñas,
Karina Lopez,
Irving Rigoberto Cortez,
Emma Fabiola Jimenez,
Adolfo Alceda,
Cindy Alejandra Medina,
Pedro Campos,
Evelyn Martinez,
Anthony Casillas,
Jose Lara Lucas,
Ashley Marie Carpio,
Jose de Jesus Mudino,
Loretta Acosta,
Jose Julian Islas Jr.,
Valerie Escobedo,
Nicholas Rafael Medrano,
Kimberly Mary Aliman,
Nestor Adrian Velasquez,
Carla Teresa Banuelos,
Maha Samhat,
Tanya Lisbeth Carrasco,
Luis Iquin Chamale,
Amy Elias,
Carlos Verdugo,
Victor Manuel Campos Jr.,
Jessica Villarreal,
Edgar Dominguez Diaz,
Daniel Ruano,
Rafael Alvarez,
Aldo Sandoval,
Elizabeth Aguirre,
Steven Vieda,
Jeanette Alvarez,
Anissa Sarabia,
Brenda Priscilla Guardado,
Marco Zuniga,
Maria Magali Ramos,
Amber Denise Trevino,
Viviana Lizama,
Genesis Urbina,
Liliana Daisy Marmalejo,
Maria Cecilia Villegas,
Andrea Selene Aparicio,
Carmen Vargas Sanchez,
Carla Castaneda,
Liliana Cervantes,
Dalia Gomez,
Elizabeth Aguilar,
Roberto Carlos Centeno,
Ruth Esther Escobar,
Roy Leon,
Alvaro de los Santos,
Gloria Castellam,
Jonathan Aguilar,
Daniel Fregoso,
Daniel Cabrera,
Joey Anthony Fernandez,
Daisy Fernandez,
Elian Gonzalez,
Elizabeth Baltazar,
Vanessa Gallegos,
Joshua Ryan Canales,
Eric Lozano,
Hennessy Alicia Chaires,
Christian Londono,
Anaí Barajas,
Itzel Mata,
Rosa Jasmine Contuan,
Jonathan Marmalejo,
Oscar Harvey Campos,
Hector Leon,
Miguel Angel Buenrostro,
Francis Lara,
Millicent Ramirez,
Wendy Fuentes,
Amy Carolina Cuevas,
Grecia Estrada,
Jocelyn Paola Blanco,
Jessica Mejia,
Jesus Lepi Chiquete,
Isabel Cristina Leal,
Arenas,
Karen Fabiola Gomez,
Richard Rene Dominguez,
Heriberto Maragon,
Alexander Oscar Hernandez,
Erica Medina,
Arlene Flores,
Maria Medrano,
Gladys Gallardo,
Jessica Medellin Lira,
Leslie Flores,
Nayeli Araceli Garcia,
Jocelyn Jasmine Fierro,
Nestor Miguel Rodriguez,
Angelica Marquez,
Luz de Maria Mijango,
Ashley Martinez,
Julio Cesar Neri,
Julian Orgaz,
Carlos Jesus Salas,
Ernesto Mejia,
Giovanni Romero,
Brittany Arlette Lujan,
Rogelio Rodriguez,
Alejandro Hernandez,
Kevin Mondragon,
Jose Mayorkin,
Francisco Javier Perez,
Jose Maldonado,
Selena Rojas,
Christopher Robert Kennedy,
Stephanie Marie Ramirez,
Diana Jacqueline Luna,
Danielle Nicole Rodriguez,
Miguel Lopez,
Emma Moreno,
Dennis Alberto Hoyas,
Noe Rodriguez,
Arturo Martinez,
Giovanna Navarro,
Melissa Mendez Cesate,
Jonathan Peña,
Alejandra Garcia,
Blanca Emma Moreno,
Jessica Martinez,
Adrian Emmanuel Sanchez,
Myra Alejandra Franco,
Christian Rosado,
Giselle Guadalupe Hernandez,
Jonathan Ponce,
Jessica Amarani Garcia,
Mario Alberto Moreno,
Adriana Guzman,
Karina Soto,
Daniela Lopez Gonzalez,
Genesis Perez,
Jose Cruz Jimenez,
Karina Quesada Ochoa,
Yatsiri Sanchez,
Zulema Ramirez,
Erica Selene Pacheco,
Anaí Torralba,
Josefina Ortiz,
Tanya Rubio,
Harvey Arthur Ramos,
Atsiri Yunwen Zelaya,
Ernie Penado,
Marisela Torres,
Calvin Portillo,
Catherine Vargas,
Joel Orego,
Steve Omar Vasquez,
Christopher Portillo,
Andrea Valle Marquez,
Armando Orozco Jr.,
Sasha Velasco,
Francisco Gerardo Rivera,
Juliana Zavala,
Anaís Laura Quintero,
Valentín Francisco Valles,
Hixie Ortiz,
Michael Dees,
Julian Alexander Picon,
Ingrid Azucena Chavez,
Ricardo Rizo,
Lisbeth Bazwa,
Angel Rene Perez, Miguel del Toro, Eduardo Perez, Ernesto Figueroa Jr., Arturo Peña, Giovanni Barahona, David Renteria, María Fernanda de la Cruz, William Trios, Vanessa Crawford, Roberto Corina Mendoza,
Melissa Ansaldo,
Verónica Martínez,
Rocio Yvette Bonillo,
Julio Antonio Juárez,
Cesar Alonso Chavez,
Jonathan Martinez,
Jasmine Lizette Castellon,
Louis Edward Guerrero,
Ana Cortez,
Kevin Daniel Lopez,
Eric Enriquez Gu,
Cristian Alberto Mejía,
Jonathan Casas,
Andy Gustavo Mesa,
Miguel Aguilar,
Ángela Martínez,
Alfredo Cuevas Jr.,
Erasmo Alexander Garcia,
Brian Eli Chica,
Juanita Gómez,
Miguel Ángel Garcia,
Mónica Juárez Lázaro,
Bobby Espinosa,
Brenda Verónica Leiva,
Andrew Gonzalez,
Lee Meneses,
Andy Gonzalez,
Karina Muñoz Mancilla,
Trinidad Henry Gonzalez,
Bianca Lunet Garcia,
Jasmine Elizabeth Garcia,
Ivan Martinez,
Miriam Garcia Leon,
Alexander Ramirez,
Diana Estrada,
Celia Judith Ramos,
Gabriela Flores,
Alexandro Ruiz,
Yesenia Flores Gonzalez,
Michael Perez,
Raul Garcia,
Carla Stephanie Pineda,
Francisco Flores Jr.,
Joanna Elizabeth Reyes,
Amairane Isabel Feliciano,
Kimberly Brianna Sanchez,
Michael Estrada Jr.,
Kevin Michael Perez,
Margarita Garcia,
Joseph Ariel Pineda,
Gabriela Espinosa,
Mark Rodriguez Hernandez,
Luis Farrell,
Hector Ramon Rodriguez,
Sebastian Escobar,
Marvin Daniel Peña,
Jose Garcia Aranda,
Brian Jonathan Perez,
Sergio Flores Jr.,
Amy Graciela Ramirez,
Juan Carlos Gonzalez,
Omar Giovanni Brosnan,
Jose Rene Magana,
Janet Ochoa,
Marlene Huerta,
Melissa Perez,
April Henriquez,
Noeli Perez,
Ruby Magana,
Lourdes Ruiz Hernández,
Marari Lavarera,
Steve Parra,
Jasmine Joyce Maitland,
Dana Orantes,
Estefania Mendoza,
Carla Sanchez,
Michelle Huerta,
Yesenia Manzo,
Haiti Jacqueline Mendoza,
Rebecca Sanchez,
Elia Yadira Horta,
Luis Villar Jr.,
Denise Islas Casaras,
Denise Adriana Zacarías,
Daisy Montoya,
Kimberly Angelica Soto,
Sonia Martinez,
Ricardo Valdovinos,
Alexander Magayon,
Mario Alejandro Santa Cruz,
Maritza Hernandez,
Daisy Torres,
Ivan Alberto Oliva,
Mario Fernando Salguero,
Benito Lopez,
José de Jesús Suárez,
Brian Ramos,
Janine Yvette Solís,
Alejandra Romero,
Giovanni Ruiz,
Xaviera Navarro,
Vanessa Vázquez,
Ivan Ortega,
Kennedy Isaac Romero,
Andres Ortiz,
Cristian Sánchez,
Roberto Mora,
Jessica Cimental,
Xiomara Guadalupe Orantes,
Terry Nicole Pacheco,
Jasmine Reyes,
Leilani Roman,
Joanna Olachica,
Karina Girarte,
Ana Posadas,
Mario Rios,
Brandon Morelos,
Alejandro Preciado,
Omar Reyes,
Wendy Vanessa Valle,
Marely Soledad Quiros,
Ricardo Valenzuela,
Richard Alexander Ochoa,
Catherine Zuli Rivas,
Mirna Paula
Leonardo
Morales,
Medina,
Maria Elena Ramos,
Seth Pinas,
Lourdes Celine Ramirez,
Celia Jasmine Ruiz,
Eric Giovanni Ramirez,
Angel Sanchez.
Victoria Andrea Nunez, Adrian Oviedo,
Family and friends, these are your 835 graduates for the 2012 school year. Let me also add that this is the largest graduating class in Bell High School history. Congratulations, graduates. Please help me welcome to the podium your Seek Track Class President, Betty Rodriguez.
Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Betty Rodriguez and I am the C-Track Senior Class President. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Please raise and everyone please rise. And all gentlemen, please remove all caps. Please place your right hand over your heart. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic on which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Please continue standing for the playing of the national anthem and remain standing until the colors are retired. You may be seated. It is with a great honor to introduce our principal, Frank Vasquez.
Good afternoon, students, staff, parents, and family and friends. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today in the celebration of these young, outstanding adults. A couple of years ago, President Obama was asked to give a commencement speech at a high school graduation in Michigan. I would like to begin tonight with a quote from his speech. First, understand that your success in life won't be determined by what you're given to you or what happens to you, but what you do with all of that, by how hard you try, how far you push yourself, how high you're willing to reach, because true excellence comes only through perseverance. I think of our academic decathlon going to state competition, placing 33rd in the state, 10 among LAUSD schools. Our boys varsity basketball team winning the 3A division championship. And in 2011, our girls tennis team winning the 3A tennis championship. Our students have demonstrated that you can reach any goal as long as you have the right mindset. This will always be a special group for students because of our outstanding academic achievements and excellent academic performances. Perseverance has been what has led to our successes. I have some recommendations for our seniors. Make a difference. Each and every one of you has different talents. As long as you're passionate about what you want to do in life, you will make a difference. There are times when you may have doubted yourself, but have faith because there's purpose behind what you're doing. Some answers will come easy for you and others will take longer to figure out. But nonetheless, as long as you keep aiming for your goals, everything will fall into place. As you live high school today, realize your impact on others. You may not know, but there's someone out there who thinks highly of you. Because someone that makes positive impact on others, you are already on the right track. Sitting here before us lets us know what you will continue to do so. If you follow these commitments of success, you will succeed. Class of 2012, remain focused. Continue to educate yourselves. Stay inspired. Do all of this and you'll achieve remarkable feats. And to close, The last voice from me to you is good luck and best wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Please welcome to the podium your B-Track class president, Jose Minanvar.
Welcome teachers, administrators, friends, loved ones, family, and finally, welcome class 2012! Well, you guys know me. I'm Menji, your B-Track class president. In a few moments from now, we will all be walking out of here, no longer Bell students. Quite a journey it has truly been. From entering the Bell hallways as freshmen, to taking the KC as sophomores, to being in the class of 2011 at Power Puff as juniors, to finally here, graduating as seniors. Finally, after 13 years of school, we get to say we are high school graduates. For those of you who are going to college, many more years await you. To those with other plans, good luck to you, but whatever you have chosen, know you will always have your Eagle spirit with you. I look out and see many faces of my friends and people I love, and it makes me start thinking, wow, it's really over. Everyone's going their own way. Yeah, we like to think we'll keep in contact with all our friends, but the fact is we won't. In fact, we might lose more friends than we keep. We all think today is a happy day, but in reality, today is a sad day. Today is the last day you may see me or any of your other friends. Friends who were there during the hard times. Friends you have since kindergarten, since elementary. Friends you used to walk to school every day with. Friends you like say what's up to or give a hug to. All that's going to change. I won't be able to see my friend Jesse Felix every day anymore. I won't be able to call my friends up and tell them, hey, let's go out. Hey, let's go to the movies. They might have work, homework, plans with other friends, or worst of all, they might not even be in California anymore. To see certain people, we're going to resort to opening our yearbooks or stalking them on Facebook. Today, by all means, is a happy day. All our hard work is finally paying off, but it's also a sad day indeed. Today is the day we are no longer going to have the comforts of high school. People telling us what we should be doing or what we're doing wrong. That's all over. Once we step out of this building, the realities of the real world will be soon crashing upon us. After all the celebrations, some of us will be out there searching for jobs or moving into our schools already. We may not like to think about it, but things just get harder from here. But I know we can all do it. I believe Bell High School has prepared us for what to come. We will all be able to look back and be thankful for all the times we had in that school. All the joyful memories will remain. All the TTWs will stay. All the wins our sports got, basketball, cross country, tennis, swimming, decathlon, even band, they will all stay. All those memories will stay with us forever. Yeah, I know Bell wasn't the best school or even the prettiest, and the food wasn't exactly good. But Bell is our school and will always be no matter what. We are Bell Eagles forever. And even some of us don't want to admit it, we will always be Eagles. And there is one thing I know about Eagles, is that we always soar above all others. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Please welcome next your A-Track class president, Stephanie Righthip.
Bienvenidos, clase de 2012. Administradores, maestros, padres y amigos. Mi nombre es Stephanie Righthip y soy la presidenta de la clase de 2012. Hemos dado un gran paso en nuestras vidas, un paso grande que nos acerca más a alcanzar nuestras metas. Entrando a una vida de adultos, desde el fondo de mi corazón digo, sueña, cree y esfuérzate hasta alcanzar tus metas, pues el empeño que pongas hoy en tus asuntos será sin duda tu recompensa mañana. Recuerda que son parte de un plan perfecto. En esfuerzo los llevará con éxito por la vida. Adelante, no desciendan hasta ver tus sueños hechos realidad. Miremos hacia adelante y luchemos para que todas nuestras metas y sueños se hagan realidad. Los vamos con muchos recuerdos bonitos de Bell High School y más vendrán. Desde el primer día de escuela a bailes, de ganarle el Powder Puff a la clase del 2011, tomar los Casey's, prom y grad night. Gracias a mis papás, Nina, abuela, tío, hermana y amigos. Y claro, voleibol. Y a todos los padres y amistades que han venido a esta ceremonia tan especial para la clase del 2012. Gracias.
Gracias por tus palabras, Stephanie. Next up, we have, and I'd like to introduce to you, Mr. Bennett Kaiser, School Board Member of the Los Angeles Unified School District.
Hello. Hello, Bell High School Eagles, class of 2012. My name is Bennett Kaiser, and I represent the Los Angeles Board of Education. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate your high school graduation with you. Your parents, your school administrators, your teachers and counselors, the healthcare and human services workers, and the classified staff from Bell High School. First and foremost, congratulations to the parents. Without your guidance and perseverance and dedication in making sure your child succeeds, he or she wouldn't be at this celebration today. Congratulations, parents. Sorry if it's taking me a moment to get my notes organized here. I have Parkinson's disease, and it makes my hands tremble sometimes. As a politician, Parkinson's disease has actually not been as serious because when I have it, it helps me to shake hands with a lot of people like I had to today. I made a decision when I ran for the school board office that I may have Parkinson's, but I'm not going to let it have me. Secondly, I'd like to take the time to thank the teachers. Although we continue to have one of the worst economic crises in our nation's history and repeated attacks to education's budget, you teachers thrive throughout all this negative publicity that's plagued our profession. Thank you. But you've held true to your commitment to your students, and I want to thank you for that. A testament to your hard work, class of 2012, is that 80% of the seniors, 83% of you, are going to graduate and get a certificate of completion or a diploma today. Bell High School's API scores have grown by 89 points in the last 3 years. Be really proud of that. Many of you will go to a community college. For many students, this is a great choice. After receiving your AA degree there, you can transfer to a 4-year college or university and save thousands of dollars on the way. I'm a graduate of Santa Monica College. I not only received a good education there, but during a zoology class field trip to the Anza Borrego Desert, I met a girlfriend. Last week, my girlfriend, now my wife, Peggy, and I celebrated our 41st anniversary. Bell High School continues to produce several scholar athletes. This year, over 70% of the honors students with a 3.0 GPA or higher were in athletics. And your principal listed the championships. And finally, Bell High School is the only high school in the local District 6 to send an academic decathlon team to the state finals. They finished 33rd in the state championships and 10th among the LAUSD schools. As a former teacher for 14 years, I know that one of the greatest rewards for a teacher is to see his students graduate. Congratulations. And finally, congratulations again to the class of 2012. Your hard work, your dedication, your patience through the entire high school career, going through our district budget crisis, and as a result losing teachers to your school, you still succeeded. Congratulations. And lastly, thank you for giving me the honor to be here and speak before you today. May the rest of your lives and careers be the best of times. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your kind words, Mr. Kaiser. It is our distinct pleasure to introduce to you the Honorable Assemblyman Ricardo Lara of California State Assembly.
Sorry to disappoint, I'm not quite the Honorable Assemblyman, but it is my distinct pleasure to be here on behalf of Assemblymember Ricardo Lara, your state representative. Class of 2012, how are you feeling? Let me start off by congratulating each and every one of you for your accomplishment. It is indeed a great accomplishment. It's not easy to become a high school graduate. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. But another thing that the Assemblyman told me to make sure that I do is to have each and every one of you spot your loved ones here and give them thanks. Because without our family, our friends, our communities, love and support, we would not be here today. Thank you to the mothers, the fathers, the tios, the tias, the godparents, the entire community for your support, because without it, all 835 graduates would not be here today. So thank you very much. So just want to wrap it up by saying congratulations to each and every one of you. You did it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Assemblyman Mr. Lara. Up next, we have the delivery of this year's commencement address is Dr. Rebecca Gutierrez Kingston, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students at California State Poly University, Pomona. Rebecca Gutierrez Kingston.
I know, you don't know me. I'm not getting a lot of cheers, but it's all right, it's all right. It's okay. All right, thanks for the love. So, thank you for inviting me here today. You have no idea why, and I didn't. It was a huge surprise because basically I had called my high school, Bell High School, my high school, because I wanted to donate money for a scholarship. So I'm like, oh, I want to give money. That was it. So I sent an email and I'm like, okay, this is the money, I'm gonna send it, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden your college counselor, Mr. Grola, is like, hey, I noticed you have 3 college degrees and you work at Cal Poly. You wanna come give a speech? I'm like, what? Okay, so he talked to the principal approved it, so I said, okay, and I'm like, here I am. But what really is going to make me famous today is that in 1981, I graduated from high school with Mr. Angel Zavala. Oh yeah. So, just in case you need any stories afterwards, come see me, I'll be right over here. So, congratulations to all of you. I'm really here today to say congratulations and to tell you that you are going to have the most fantastic memories of Bell High School. I still have these wonderful memories. The first memory I have is that I lived right across the street from school. I lived on Flora Avenue. There were 2 houses. My grandma and grandpa lived in the front and my family lived in the back. It was very nice. My grandma would sit on the porch. She would watch us in PE play tennis. She would listen to the football games. She would invite my friends and I home for lunch. So we were very happy children until they had the dances at the gym. Because the minute the music went off, she was like, that's it, get home. The music's over, I know it's time for you to come home. So, the funniest thing today is that I had decided to name the scholarship that I was giving after my Grandma Flora. So hopefully one of you got this crazy scholarship named the Grandma Flora Scholarship, because that was it. Very nice, excellent. And of course, to honor Grandma Flora, my mom had to come. My mom, Martha Ochoa, because aren't the moms the best thing ever, right? Moms are always there to support you. So mom was like, I'm going, I want to go to Bell. And then I told her we were coming here because apparently there's too many people here to fit in Bell anymore. So that's very exciting. The other thing that was really fun was that another memory I have is just being involved at school. And Bell taught me to be brave. Because really, being brave is when you're totally afraid and you do it anyway. So that's how I ended up going to college. When you're little, you say, I'm going to college. And everybody says, yeah, that's great. And then pretty soon they start asking questions, right? Oh, what are you going to study? I'm like, oh, you have to pick something? All right, well, what do you like to do? I said, oh, I like music. Okay. Are you going to study music? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm going to study. I'm going to study music. So then I went to one person, Mr. Ken Salter, the music teacher at Bell High, and I said, Mr. Salter, I'm going to study music. Where should I go? He's like, well, my son just graduated from Chapman. That was it. That was my college research. I said, all right. I went to the college counselor. I said, I'm going to go to, Chapman, and I'm going to study music. That was it. I had no idea where I was going or what to do. So I started filling out scholarship applications. I started applying for loans. And really, it was so exciting because just by being in college, I got to travel with the choir. I had no money, so they came through and they said, if you want to travel with the choir to Switzerland, Italy, and Greece, I said, oh yeah, I want to go. I had no money, it didn't matter. They offered you an extra loan, so I signed the papers, I said, I'm going. And guess who I sang for? You're never gonna believe this. Pope John Paul II, he was about as tall as me, and we sang in the Vatican. I was so happy to pay that loan back, I didn't even care. The problem is, I did no research about careers of the future. Hopefully some of you have done this, because I went to Chapman and I got a bachelor's degree in music and a teaching credential in music. I didn't know they weren't gonna be hiring music teachers anymore. I was like, darn, now what am I gonna do? So I looked at all my college, advisors and the people that I worked with, because when you don't have any money, you have to work at college. So I worked in housing, I worked in orientation, I was busy. And I looked at all these people and I said, well, how did you get your jobs? Well, I got a master's degree. All right, I was scared, but I was like, I guess I'll go get one of those. So I went and applied for a master's degree. What does it mean? More loans. So, more jobs. Guess what I did, my job? I worked graveyard security for Ford Aerospace in Irvine, and I guarded tanks. Tanks. Can you believe it? I got straight A's, because graveyard security, nobody bothers you. You study all night long. So I recommend that for anybody that needs a job. Perfect job for school. Then when I started working at Cal Poly, I worked at the university, and I started looking around, and I said, who has the job I want? So I scoped it out, and I said, how did you get that job? Oh, I got a doctorate. I said, oh, more school. All right, here we go. So I was scared, but I said, you know what? Do they give loans for PhD programs? Apparently, the answer is always yes. So I got another job, I got more loans, I went and got my PhD. And every time I went to school, I was not afraid to apply for scholarships or loans, because I got my first scholarship when I was graduating from Bell. And today, I can officially say, after all those loans that I got, 26 years later, this month, I paid off my last student loan. Oh, can you believe it? Oh yeah, I sent in my last payment for $98.42. Done. So that's why I decided, okay, now I don't have to pay those loans anymore. I can finally start giving back to my own community and to all of you. And so I thank you for helping to teach me to be brave, Bell High School. And I hope that when you're all done paying your student loans, that you'll take the great opportunity to give back to Bell, and you can name the scholarship after anybody you want, which is so fun. So thank you and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Ms. Keaton.
Our next speaker is your valedictorian, Lorena Sandoval. She is the class of 2012 valedictorian with a grade point average of 4.257.
Good afternoon, graduating class of 2012. If you cannot see me, this is probably because I listened to a friend who told me to wear heels high enough so the podium won't be taller than me. But I think that it would only go for you guys in the bottom because they're tall enough to see me. When we first entered high school, most of us probably did not know what to expect. It wasn't known to us, not just how the classes would be, but how the memories here would turn out. For me, it never even crossed my mind that I would be the one standing here today giving this speech, which is an honor. As we are moments away from finalizing our high school experience, I want you all to recall these past years at Bell High. Of course, we all had different experiences. Our high school years were filled with joys, tears, and laughs. We all made new friends, lost friends, and reconnected with old ones. We can probably remember those funny and unforgettable moments with clarity. From the first day of freshman year, probably feeling a little edgy about where our classes would be located and who our teachers would be. But there's one thing that probably never changed: exchanging our class schedules with our friends, hoping that for the most part, we'd have some classes together. Then that feeling we'd get about having to take the CSTs. And oh my, when the KC was just around the corner in sophomore year. When we were juniors, I think Powder Puff demonstrated who the class of 2012 is. And suddenly, we all looked forward to senior year. And from that, our countdown to end high school somewhat began. The final year at Bell High. All the activities that leadership would set up for us during lunch, the anxious countdown for prom, and just a few days ago, grad night in the happiest place on earth. And here we are now, reunited, but definitely not for the last time. These are all memories that we should cherish and never forget, but don't make them the best ones of your life. Be prepared for the new experiences in the years to come. Dr. Seuss wrote in one of his books, "You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go." We may not all be adults by age, but we are all wise enough to distinguish the good and the bad. So far, the decisions we have made have gotten us here today. We must continue on to the correct path, making the right decisions for our own well-being, whatever that may be. And for those who chose to serve our country, thank you. I love you, Jackie. It's not an easy road to success. There are multiple paths one can take to get where we want to go. Never let someone kill your hopes and aspirations, because each and every one of us present here today is capable of achieving whatever we set our mind to. I believe we all made it here today with some help. Many times, I have been told that I am where I am today because of my own accomplishments. But I know I could not have done it without my support system. So, first of all, I'd like to take a moment to thank the people who in some way helped me and helped us. I'd like to thank our principal, Mr. Vasquez, the faculty and staff. They are all individuals whom we should appreciate because they do their best in order for us to be triumphant. I'd like to thank Ms. Edith Gutierrez, who is present today, for all the support she gave me. She is not just someone who guided me, she is a friend. I'd also like to thank my amazing friends who were there for me when I needed them the most and made sure I never gave up. Especially to Eduardo Castillo, Isaías Guzman, and Ana Posadas. To my sister Vanessa, thank you for being an excellent role model, for believing in me when I could not believe in myself, and for being my best friend. I love you. Le quiero agradecer a mis familiares que me acompañan en este día por todo el apoyo que me han brindado. A mi mamá y a mi papá, gracias por siempre apoyarme en mis decisiones. Sin ustedes, hoy no estuviera aquí, pues ustedes son los que me han dado la fuerza e inspiración para seguir adelante. Los quiero. Pero hoy no es solo el triunfo de todos los estudiantes aquí presentes, sino también es el triunfo de ustedes, los padres, pues sus hijos están hoy aquí gracias al apoyo y motivación que les han dado. Ustedes deben de sentirse orgullosos de sus hijos, que han terminado un capítulo en su vida para comenzar uno nuevo. Lastly, I'd like to leave you with some words Mark Twain once said. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail, explore, dream, discover. Class of 2012, we did it. Today we become Bell High alumni. Let this not be our last imprint, but let us continue showing what the class of 2012 is capable of achieving. I wish nothing but the best for each and every one of you in your future endeavors and the paths that you decide to take. Congratulations, class of 2012. Thank you.
Up next, please welcome Ms. Cheryl Gonzalez, Assistant Principal, with the presentation of salutatorians.
It's my honor to present your salutatorians. These are all students who have earned a 4.0 in all of their 4 years that they were here in all coursework. Please hold your applause until all the names have been called. And students, when your name is called, please rise. Cynthia Campos, Stacy Lopez, Billy Sanchez, Angelica Segura, Elizabeth Martinez, Myrna Jaime, Denise Del Valle, Marco Gomez, Rocio Sanchez, Alex Moran, Urista, Jessica De Villiers, Jean-Paul Garcia, Rodolfo Gonzalez Jr., Adeline Esquivinas, Estanvia Vallos. Congratulations.
Thank you, salutatorians. You may take a seat. Up next, we have Dr. Gina Williams, Assistant Principal, with a presentation of the Golden Eagle Society.
Good afternoon. A Golden Eagle is a student who has scored at least proficient or advanced in 2 subjects on the CSTs, has a minimum of 90% attendance rate, has maintained a C average, and has passed both the English and math portions of the CASE. Will the Golden Eagles please rise? Congratulations, you may be seated.
A lot of Golden Eagles out there, huh? That's great. Congratulations. Okay, next we have Miss Virginia Torres Ring, Assistant Principal, with the presentation of perfect attendance of students.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. The following students have 2, 3, and 4 years of perfect attendance while at Bell High School. Please hold your applause till all the names have been read. Please rise and face the audience as you hear your name. 2 years of perfect attendance, John Paul Garcia. 3 years of perfect attendance, Arturo Peña and Adrian Boyorges. 4 years of perfect attendance, Jocelyn Alvarado, Montserrat Arechiga, Cynthia Campos, and Marco Gomez. Now, having 2, 3, and 4 years of being in school every day is truly remarkable. But what is most admirable is students who have been in school every day for 13 years. We have 3 students with perfect attendance for 13 years. The following students, please rise and face the audience. Daisy Briseño. Priscilla Herrera. Billy Joel Sanchez. Congratulations on your commitment to your education. You may sit down.
Thank you, Ms. Torres Ring. Up next, please welcome Mr. Willis Rogers, Assistant Principal, with the introduction of Member Amphibian Society.
Class of 2012. Woo! It's been a long 4 years, hasn't it? You've already heard that there's 835 of you here today. But you know something? It's not just the largest class that has graduated from Bell. It is the largest class with the highest standards that have graduated from Bell High School. 230 credits, soon to be 210 credits. Passing of Casey, passing of A to G requirements. You've had many things that you've had to pass and conquer. 835 of you, 83% of the class. Wonderful, wonderful job. Right now, let me throw a few more stats in. Prom this year, over 700 of you went to prom. Most ever. What did we do Friday night? Party to Disneyland! 600 of you went to Disneyland. Wonderful. 12 buses. Right now, we want to honor some special students. This group of students has been established by the Amphibian Society and the district-wide organization for outstanding LAUSD graduates. Its purpose is to provide civic betterment and service to the community. Amphibians are chosen on a ratio of 1 member to every 40 students in the graduating class. So this year we got a lot more than we've ever had before also. Qualifications for membership are outstanding character, leadership ability, high scholastic achievement, and demonstration community and school service. Selections for the candidates are made by the senior class and faculty. Audience, please hold your applause until all the names have been read. Students, when your name is read, please stand.
Cynthia Campos, Melissa Hernandez, Heidi Marmolejo, Dacia Martinez, Alex Moran Urista, Humberto Sanchez, Peter Sanchez, Daisy Briseño, Eder Canadá Martinez, Yasmin Cruz, Adileni Esquivias, Yasmin Rodriguez, Rocio Sanchez, John Paul Garcia, Evelyn Gastelum, Dani Jaramillo, José Luis Real, Sarabeth Suarez, and Stefania Valois.
All right. Go Eagles!
Thank you. You might be seated.
Up next, we have Mr. Ralph Jansen, Assistant Principal with Mr. Matt Moreno, Leadership Advisor with the introduction of student government.
Thank you very much. As has been mentioned, there's a lot of Eagle pride. You had a speaker, I don't know if you quite got it, was in class of 81 graduate, which was around the time that year-round started, and I don't think we thought 30 plus years later that it was still going to go on. I'm a graduate of Bell High School. Ms. Torres Ring is a 85 graduate of Bell High School, and there are many, many of your teachers, etc. It's a lot of pride, but one of the things that is very critical are your senior class officers. Because without activities, a lot of people, as they get near their senior year, really start thinking, wow, am I gonna make it? Is that all there is? And the senior activities really help to spice it up so that you know that you are special. So with that, I'll ask that the senior class officers stand when I call your name. Stephanie Ryheb, A-Track Class President. B-Track Vice President, Angelia Zagura. B-Track Class President, Jose Menjivar. B-Track Vice President, Jesse Felix. C-Track Class President, Betty Rodriguez. And B-Track Vice President, Mary Cruz Rodriguez. Let's have a big hand for your class officers. Thank you.
I will be announcing the leadership class of 2012. Leadership is responsible for planning the majority of the school activities on campus, including this year's senior prom. So here we go. ASB A-Track President Lourdes Fausto. ASB A-Track Secretary Israt Juma. ASB A-Track Treasurer Heidi Marmolejo. ASB A-Track Athletic Commissioner Teresita Mata. ASB A-Track Club Commissioner Stephanie Guzman. ASB A-Track Service Learning Commissioner Sabrin Zubeidi. B-Track. ASB B-Track President Diego Orozco. ASB B-Track Vice President Kayla Chinchilla. ASB B-Track Secretary Yasmin Cervantes. ASB B-Track Athletic Commissioner Mayra Villa. ASB B-Track Club Commissioner Miral Bayan. ASB B-Track Service Learning Commissioner Yamileth Gonzalez. C-Track. ASB C-Track President Brandy Diaz. ASB C-Track Secretary Tanya Cruz. ASB C-Track Service Learning Commissioner Jocelyn Ortiz. The A-Track Chief Justice is Jocelyn Correa. The B-Track Chief Justice is Ailey Valenzuela. The C-Track Chief Justice is Stephanie Pleites. And the list goes on. The A-Track members at large. Although these people did not hold an office, they were crucial in accomplishing everything that we needed to do, and I would like to recognize them as well. A-Track, Andy Contreras, Jessica Del Villar, Denise Del Villar, Rakme Farhat, Raquel Figueroa, Brandon Garcia, Seleni Gomez, Angel Grimaldi, Isaias Guzman, Christian Lujano, Antonio Madrigal, Brianna Martinez, Carlos Martinez, Jasmine Martir, Alex Moran, Cristina Nilo, and Nancy Soto. B-Track, Marlene Acevedo, Kimberly Castro, Elio Vargas. C-Track, Angel Cisneros, Richelle Cruz, Diana Delgadillo, Evelyn Gastelum, Brian Cajiola Lopez, Gloria Juarez, Alejandra Lopez, Jason Lopez, Sandy Maciel, Eric Navarrete, and last but not least, Kimberly Umana.
And although I do not have their names, I would also like to thank everybody who helped us with these activities throughout the year. Yearbook, especially band for playing their music for us, cheer, flags, color guard, and everybody else that helped us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Moreno, for also making sure that even at 3 o'clock in the morning, that last student that was getting picked up, Mr. Moreno, as a leadership advisor, could not leave the school site until that last student. So as your leadership advisor, I think he's owed a round of applause. Okay, in closing, we have next Mr. Salvador Torres, assistant principal, followed by Mr. Frank Vasquez, our school principal.
Good afternoon, parents, students, teachers. Thank you for being here today on such a joyous occasion. Students, you should be grateful to your parents, to your teachers, but also I want to take this time to thank a very special person who helped you get here today, because I know some of you waited to the last minute to clear your holds or your credits. I want the counseling staff to please stand. Counselors, please. And I want to give them a round of applause. Thank you. Mr. Vasquez. The students before you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements. I certify that each student presented on the official graduation list has completed all the requirements set forth by the State of California and the Los Angeles Unified School Board. I present to you the candidate class of 2012.
With the authority vested in me as principal of Bell High School by the law of the great state of California and the policy set forth by Los Angeles Unified District, I hereby accept and confirm the names presented to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the graduating class of 2012.
Can you please rise? You guys ready to switch your tassel to the other side? Let's do it together, Bell alumni. Ready? Let's go. Let's go, Bell High School!
Congrats! Woo!
We finally did it, guys!
This concludes our ceremony for the 2012 Bell High School graduation. Thank you for being here. Okay, graduates, orderly, please. Rafael. Family members, friends, all of the graduates will be exiting on Figueroa, which is on the west side of the facility. All graduates will be exited on the west side on Figueroa. Please wait for your child, family member, or friend there.
It's off. Yes.